what we do here is go back, 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 back.
I wanted to pop on here and just share a God encounter that I had growing up, something that changed my faith walk forever. This past Sunday, my husband spoke about encountering God and how and why that is one of our core values and one of our, it's a part of our vision of Hopeland Church. And when I was probably when I was in grade 7 or grade 8, I remember our youth group breaking out in revival. I remember being part of the group. Every single service we had, the power of God showed up. That was the first time I had been slain in the spirit. That was the first time I'd seen people in the youth group worshiping, laid out flat, worshiping before the Lord, people being filled with the Spirit of God, people being healed. I had grown up in church, but I had never actually seen the manifest power of God move in that way. And I remember it shifting something in my faith. There's something that happens when you actually see the power of God at work for something that you've believed. Like it is life-changing. And I remember that summer as well, going to youth camp, and there was a girl who had been sick. I think she had some sort of autoimmune disease, and she got healed at that youth camp. I remember where I was sitting. I remember watching her give her testimony. And from that moment forward, like when I grew up, I had dealt with eczema. I had really bad eczema, and there was nothing really the doctors could do. I managed my eating. I changed certain behaviors like hanging out in the sun, things like that. But it was really bad. And I remember that was the first time in my life that I actually believed that I could be healed. I heard her give her testimony, and I was able to grab a hold of that and believe for myself that if God did it for her, then he can do it for me. And that's the transformative power of encountering God. It changed the way I approached prayer. It changed the way I believed in faith for things. It changed the way I saw God. I saw him and I knew him as a healer. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna believe for him to be a healer for me too. And that is the heart of our church. We want people to come into Hopeland Church and to have an encounter with God. We want people to come into our church and encounter God. This is something that will change their lives forever. It's not just a moment. Yes, it's the word encounter implies that it's a moment, but these moments that you have in your faith walk will totally change the way you live your life of faith. And I'm so excited and I'm so proud that one of our vision statements is that we want every single person who comes through the doors of our church, every single person who encounters the Hopeland Church family, that they have an encounter with God.